What if tomorrow is the reason your life isn't changing? Not because it doesn't exist, but because you keep relying on it. The lie of tomorrow. I noticed something today that was so small, but it actually explains a lot. I was putting my clothes away and I thought, I could just do it tomorrow. And it wasn't a loud thought, it wasn't dramatic. It was casual, and that's how it always sounds. And the pattern that you don't notice is that same thought shows up everywhere. I'll start my skincare tomorrow. I'll go to the gym tomorrow. I'll talk to them the next time I see them. It feels harmless, but it's not neutral at all. Because every time that you choose tomorrow, you're quietly training yourself to delay your own life. Tomorrow is overused. Be honest, how many tomorrows have you already used? Because at some point, it stops being a plan and starts being a pattern. There was this girl at the gym yesterday. She had a really pretty back tattoo, and I noticed it immediately. And I almost didn't say anything. I literally had the thought, oh, I'll tell her the next time I see her. She comes to my gym. I come here often. I'll probably see her again. But that's the same mindset. That assumption that there will be a next time. And this is the reality that no one likes. There might not be. You might not see that person again. You might not have the same confidence next time. You literally might overthink it more. Opportunities don't always repeat. They feel like they will, but they don't. You're practicing hesitation. Every time you delay something small, you're not just delaying the task, you're practicing hesitation. And that spreads. It spreads to your habits, it spreads to your relationships, and it spreads to your confidence until your whole life starts to feel like it's been paused. It's the big productivity lie. People think productivity is about planning better. Schedules, routines, perfect timing. But if you're constantly saying you'll do it tomorrow, none of that matters. Because execution only happens in one place, the present, today. This is literally exactly what happened to me. I didn't fall off everything at once. It started with little tiny small delays. I'm just going to go tomorrow. I'll fix my routine tomorrow. Get back on my skincare routine tomorrow. And then you're not consistent anymore. I was literally wiping my face with makeup wipes. My workouts felt harder. My skin's breaking out. And now I'm dealing with the results of all those tomorrows. Delay has consequences. The problem is you don't feel those consequences immediately. That's why it's so easy to keep doing. Skipping one day doesn't ruin your progress. Ignoring your skincare once doesn't destroy your skin. Not saying something one time doesn't destroy your personality. But repeated, it absolutely does. And when you do something over and over again, you're making it a habit. And you start becoming someone else. Without realizing it, you start becoming someone who avoids things, overthinks small actions, avoids small discomforts, and that builds slowly as an identity. Not in this huge monumental failure, but in tiny decisions. So what's the fix? The fix is not motivation. You don't need to feel more motivated. That's not the issue. The issue is you need to stop negotiating with tomorrow. Because tomorrow has no accountability. Today does. What I'm about to tell you is the only real control you have. You don't control your entire life, you don't control outcomes, but you do control what you do today. And most people keep giving that up for a little version of themselves that doesn't exist. So what did I do instead? Today, when I had the thought of just putting my clothes away tomorrow, I caught it, and I did it right then and there. Not because I felt like it, but because I'm starting to see what that pattern leads to. And at the gym, I didn't wait. I just told her. Quick, simple, real quick, no overthinking. And it literally wasn't even about the compliment. It was about reinforcing the hesitation there. And if you have social anxiety doesn't disappear. You just interrupt it. So if you struggle with social anxiety, waiting actually makes it worse because your brain uses that as proof as this is something to avoid. Action is what breaks that loop, not time. Skincare, gym, social situations, it's all the same rule. Your skin doesn't clear from thinking about routines. Your body doesn't change from planning workouts. Your confidence doesn't grow from imagining conversations in full. It comes from doing things while they're still uncomfortable. So you, stop building a life you never enter. Some people are really good at planning a life that they never actually step into. Everything is structured, everything makes sense, but nothing is executed consistently. Because it's always tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. A better way to think of it would be, instead of asking what should I do tomorrow, what can I finish today? Even if it's small, especially if it's small. You don't need to catch everything. You're not going to be perfect. You're still going to delay things sometimes, but if you can start catching even a few of those moments, your life starts shifting faster than you expect. Today is the only place that your life actually moves. Not tomorrow, not next week, not on Monday, just today. When that thought comes up again, I'll do it tomorrow, that's the moment that matters the most. That's where you're either going to stay the same or you're going to change. Not everything is going to change, but something is going to change. And that's what unravels everything.